Look, my hands have not got massive. It's a half pint glass. That's what it is. But what I'm still going to say to you people is cheers. Let's give this a taste. It's Brewdog Lost Lager. Well, hello there. Perfect drafters. How are we doing? Are we good? Good. Right. I'm going to be straight away honest with you. I'm always honest with you people. Ain't I? What's going on there? Right. I've got a half pint glass here. Why is that? Why is that, Baldy? Well, because I don't reckon there's much left in it. The thing is, if you watch my last review, which was the Lef Ritual 9, you'll know that I've had a Lef Ritual 9. Yeah. Mates didn't come round and help me with that. Not one bit. I'll be honest, I've struggled with it a tad. It took me a while to get through that keg. Now this keg, I wasn't looking forward to reviewing. Not one bit. It's one of those I've hovered over quite a few times on the Perfect Draft website and thought, can I really? Should I really? I don't want to, not really. But I thought, well, I haven't reviewed it. I'm going to plump for it. I've got to get it. And I did. So what it is, for those keen-eyed among you, yeah, you'll see that's a Brewdog glass. Now, I have reviewed before the Punk IPA, which I think's all right on this. I think it's a good one. I know people go, nah, it's not, Punk ain't what it used to be. Might not be. I found it nice on this. I enjoyed it, yeah. But it's not that. It's not the brand new one that's coming out. Obviously, I don't think it's out yet. So what it is the other Brewdog keg on this machine. It is the Lost Lager, yeah. That's what it is. So when Lost Lager got released, and this just back to the red bar that's left, Lost Lager going in, which is a very easy 4.5%er. After that Lef Ritual 9, it went down far too easy, as you can see. You know, I missed reviewing it last week. I was a little bit busy. So it was in there. I had a roast dinner over the weekend. I was cooking, had the football on in the kitchen. I was down in a few pints. And before I knew it, the red bar's shining away. So I'm a little bit concerned that I'm not going to get a full glass out of it. On the app, it does say there's a pint left. But I do want a full glass, so I don't risk it too much. I thought, I'll get Arthur. I'll get Arthur in. How you doing? Arthur Daly, I'll have you. Right. So Lost Lager. Now, I've had this in cans. When they released it and the whole kind of, you know, this is carbon neutral, this is good for the environment, we're going to give away some cans, yeah? Because I think it's like, it's brewed using wind power or something and a third less water. So apparently it is meant to be environmentally good. Happy days. So you got to look after the planet, people. Got to look after the planet, but you still do want some taste buds left after drinking a beer. I did have it in cans. They did a kind of a free 4-pack, I think, and I got it back in the day when it was released. I thought it was all right. It was just all right. It was nothing to write home about. But, you know, it's a little bit like when you nick someone's chips. They taste all right when they're free, don't they? You know. Then you go in, you think, I'll have a full bag of chips for myself, and they don't taste quite as good. Anyway, Seagulls do well, hey? Prime chips every time. Nicking people's chips. Anyway, I would liken it to the kind of, you know, Peronis of the world. You know, step up from Foster's, yeah. I can see why in their ad campaigns at the moment, they're comparing it, you know, blind taste testing it with San Miguel. I can see that, you know, especially the San Miguel we get over here. I can see why they're positioning it amongst those beers. But I wasn't blown away. So when it came out as a keg on this, I thought, it's a lager, so it'll go down all right. But it's Lost Lager, and You know, there's better, yeah? So like I say, 4.5%er, that's what we're looking at. And we're also looking at £37.90. That's of me looking today, yeah? Because you never know, there might be a price increase coming. Huh? It's happened before, hasn't it? But anyway, £37.90. So that is an interesting price point. Basically, you're paying a few quid more because it's Brewdog. That's number one. Because if you actually have a look at the other lagers that you can get at that same price point, you're looking at Lowenbrow and you're looking at Camden Hells, right? Camden Hells I thought was just okay. I could compare that to it. Lowenbrow's a belter. That's a beauty. If this, I know it doesn't. And you know I know it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't beat it. I was going to say if this beats it, but I've already tasted it. I know this does not beat Lowenbrow. Simple as. Even though it does claim to be, you know, their attempt at a German Pilsner style lager. This is no Lowenbrow, people. And if you do look at that price point of £37.90, the only lagers that are actually more expensive at the moment are Hawkston, which I enjoyed. I thought that was a beauty. That's just £1 more at £38.90. And then, currently, you've got your Oktoberfest ones. And they're at £38.50. So yeah, in terms of price, Hawkston is right up there. That's your most expensive. Then you've got your Oktoberfest beers. And then you've got this, Brewdog Lost Lager, which is only 4.5%. So below this kind of price point, say at £37.50, you've got a Spaten in there. You've got Stella at £35.90. So, you know, there's a fair few absolute beauties, including, let's not neglect to talk about it, the old Hertog Jan at £36.50. So, that at £37.90 needs to be tip-top. Anyway, people, I'm not going to give it extra points for its carbon neutralness. I'm just not. I'm apologising for that. I don't know if they still plant trees when you buy a 4-pack, but I doubt they still plant trees when I buy a keg. Otherwise, surely they would have promoted that. So there's no kind of extra pointage from Mouldy for it being carbon neutral or brewed by wind. Yeah, not doing it. So I will just give it standard pointage. I will, however, have some snackage as well. And based on what snackage I had in the last review, I've been told a few things and people have said, well, you should try this flavour instead because it's really nice. So I'm going to do that. You know, really not sure it's going to be nice still. So I have got some snackage. But anyway, let's have a look at this keg. Let's get it poured. I'll bring it in if there's any in the glass, if there's enough in the glass. I'll bring it in. We can have a look, see if there's some bubs in there. Yeah, I'll bring it back, have a sup, tell you what I think. But before I rate it, I'll have some snackage. I'll rate them both. We'll see how it goes, people. Let's have a look at that keg. So there we go then, people. There is the Brewdog Lost Lager. Planet First Lager. Yeah, united we stand for better beer. Fiercely defiant and independent. There it is. So 4.5%, like I say, that's your Brewdog Lost Lager. And it's got the world behind it. Bless Brewdog. They're saving the world. They're not. And if you just fire around here, yeah, drink beer. Carbon negative brewery. Third less water. Powered by wind turbines. They're also saying plant trees. They are. The Lost Forest in the Scottish Highlands is our big restoration plan to help create a carbon clean planet. Here's to you, by drinking this beer, you are having a positive impact on the planet. Like I say, it doesn't say they're actually planting a tree for this keg, but they have said that in the past when you buy the 4-packs. So you got to say fair play to that. Sometimes I get asked about expiration dates. There you go, this one, 12/23. Got a bit of time left on that yet. Basically, I bought that, I would say, about a month ago. So, not bad. Not bad. Anyway, people, let's get it back in there. Let's get it poured. Here we go then, peeps. Like I say, I have got this Brewdog half-pinter. Bitter beers for happy people. Don't know. Nucleated, not. But there we go. Let's give it a pour. Let's hope I've got enough to fill a glass. Let's go. Last bar lottery, people. I don't know if this is a first on Big Bold Reviews, but basically it's last bar lottery. Right. It's all right. We've got a halfer. That's what we've got. Let's bring it in. So there we go then, peeps. Look at that. Little thin white head, but let's give it a chance. Oh, we got some bubs. We got some bubs going up there. Not too bad. There we go. Got some bubbage. We got some bubbage. Not too bad. Nice kind of straw-like colour. Did have a bit of a white foam head. That's kind of dissipated. Dissipated. Good word, Baldy. Yeah, but basically, there it is. Yeah. Not much more to say about that, really. Let's give it a sup. There we go then, people. Right, I'm going to give that a little tippy-toppy too. Why not? Why not? Because it might give it a little bit of a head. Look at that. Yeah, foam it up a little bit. Oh, it's a beauty. It's a little belter. Yeah, there we go. Look at you. That looks all right now. Yeah. Look, my hands have not got massive. It's a half pint glass. That's what it is. But what I'm still going to say to you people is cheers. Let's give this a taste. It's Brewdog Lost Lager. Let's give it a taste. Come on. Obviously, I'm not going to go, woo, like this. It's not my first impressions and stuff like that, because it's not. Yeah, it's not. But it is to my lips right now, and I'm thinking, what can I tell you about it? It is bog standard. It really is. But it ain't bad. Out of those cans, a little bit like how, tenancies. On that review, I did that. I did a can to keg kind of, comparison. You do get that tinniness. You get that kind of, tinny taste to it. This is a lot smoother. There's no doubt about that. I think if you have got the cans and you're trying them and you kind of go, it's all right, it's not bad. In fact, I quite like the taste, if only it didn't have that tinniness, then probably give the keg a go. But I've got to say, at £37.90, there are better ones on the Perfect Draft, without a shadow of a doubt. Yes, this is very mainstream. It's a mainstream taste. It is very, 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 very easy to drink. It got me, I've got to say, it don't give you a bad head or anything like that. It is incredibly easy to drink. It's like a Coors Light or something like that. It just goes down so easily. It is cold and refreshing, but it reminds me of when I used to go out as a kid and drink Skol. Yeah, I did. It tastes better than that, don't get me wrong, but it's incredibly easy to drink. It's crisp, yes. It's refreshing, definitely. Coming out at 3 degrees, it's a belter. On the Perfect Draft Original, or on this, you can't go wrong. You've got a hot day with this, which, let's face it, have been few and far between this year, yeah? If you've got a hot day with this, you've got a barbecue on the go, that keg's demolished in a matter of hours, if not a matter of minutes. It's easy to drink. It's offending absolutely nobody. And the reason for that is because there's no distinctive taste to it whatsoever. There's just not. This is just a very standard, easy to drink lager. It's not bad. It isn't bad. It's smooth enough. It's crisp enough. It's refreshing enough. But that's all it is. There's nothing like, oh, wait a minute, I've got a bit of pepper or I've got a bit of lemon, and maybe you don't want that. This is a swiller, not a supper. And you can swill it. Blimey, it goes down easily. It's not going to make you think, oh, what am I drinking here? Because, you don't get a bad aftertaste with it. You really don't. It's like, like kind of your Foster's face. What have I had there? What have I had? No, it's pleasant. It's just pleasant. The problem is, do you just want pleasant for £37.90? I would say no. I want nice. Would I pay £1 more and have a Hawkston? Yeah, definitely. Would I pay £2 less and have a Stella? Yes, definitely again. And would I pay £1.40 less and have a Hertog? Without a shadow of a doubt, people. Without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, there you go. If you want to give it a try, if you want something that, is very easy to drink and it's not going to offend your mates, have a go. I'm not going to babble on with any more. Not on that. Because there's nothing more to say. Right then, people. So what have I got here in terms of snackage? Right, if you did watch my Left Ritual 9 review, you'll know that I've had these insane grain salt and vinegar flavour snacks. Gonna call them snacks. They are baked knobbly sticks. I said in the last review, they reminded me of a knick-knack. And they did. But a bad one. Those salt and vinegar ones, the texture of them was just not for me. Bit cardboard-like. They're meant to be really healthy for you. 52% less fat. Gut health. Yeah, I said gut too many times in that last review. I'm not going to do it again. They are meant to be healthy. They're made from super grain sorghum. But basically, when I did review that last flavour, a lot of people said, Baldy, you've made a mistake. I'm not saying the salt and vinegar flavours are good, but you didn't try the truffle and cheese flavour. I'm not going to read the back because I read the back. In fact, will I? No, I'm not going to, because there's nothing different that Rashina, who wrote the blurb on the other packet of crisps, has said about this flavour. So, I'm going to try these. Right, now, before I did say, they're like an anemic knick-knack. And I didn't expect these to look any different. Let's give them a bit of a shake. Right, I didn't expect these to look any different, and they don't, right? Once again, these have had a lack of sun. They have not been sun-kissed by Mediterranean sun. Definitely not. They've had the factor 1000 on, and they come out again looking like anemic knobbly knees. Right. The thing is, whoa, these properly smell compared to the salt and vinegar ones. That truffle, I'm not sure I like that smell. Right, it's like I'm building myself up for a chili challenge, and it's not. It's not that bad, is it? Let's face it, it's a truffle and cheese challenge. Right, let's see if people are right. Oh! Oh, come on. I don't know if I can do any more. I feel I should, to give them a fair chance. I'm not sure if the flavour's worse. But it's not much better. No, I can't do any more of that. Blimey. This tastes like amber nectar after that. This is like, whoo-hoo. Oh, never has a beer had to help me out washing down a flavour so much, I don't think. I think actually the flavour is, even with that reaction there, because I think people were telling me that these were so much better. I think they're better than the salt and vinegar, the flavour. I just can't get over that texture, the cardboardness of that. If that was a knick-knack with that flavour, I think I could manage it. But no. Oh, and that truffle taste, that ain't going. That ain't going from the mouth. That's in there. they're slightly better than the salt and vinegar. That's what I'm going to say. Those people that said, Baldy, you need to try truffle and cheese flavour, I think you've stitched me up a bit, to be honest. Oh, no. Not for me. Right. I think I gave the salt and vinegar ones a 4. I'm going to give these a 4.5. Just, again, a little bit for the healthiness, and the flavour's slightly better than the salt and vinegar. That's why I'm giving it a 4.5. But if I'd have gave, the salt and vinegar ones a 2, I think, that's still quite generous, and they would be a 2.5. They're not a lot better. Yeah. I mean, this dude on the front with the glasses looks like he's been slapped a little bit more than the salt and vinegar dude. But he's basically just surprised if anyone's buying his packet of crisps. No, mate. Right. 4.5 for them. This, it's an easy drinker. There's no doubt about that. Very easy to drink. I can't grade it amazingly because I just think at £37.90, I'm not going to buy that again. I'm just not. I'd buy it over a Bud Light, yeah. I'd buy it over a Golden Goose. Now, a Golden Goose, just because it is Goose Island, is a little bit expensive. And that's £37.50. So, you can kind of forgive it for that, right? Because I'm not a massive fan of Golden Goose. I'm not a fan of La Lager, right? I'd buy it over that. I'd buy it over a Tennent's, and I'd buy it, obviously, over a Bud Light. I'd buy it over a Beck's, and I'd buy it over a Budweiser. That's it. I'm not buying that over anything else. I'm certainly not buying it over a Hassroder. I'm not buying it over a Beck's Gold, to be quite honest. I'm not buying it over a Spaten. I'm not buying it over a Stella or a Hawkston. I'm just not. And definitely not. I'd pay it that little bit more and have the Oktoberfest beers, obviously. And for the same price as a Low and Brow, it does not even hold a candle. Not a candle. Hopefully the next Brewdog keg that's going to come out, that Hopped in Harmony, which I do believe is going to be a little bit of a hazy little IPA. Hopefully, they can't get Hazy Jane on this. Right? I just don't think the brewing process and stuff lends to it. I think, because it's going to be exclusive to the Perfect Draft, that this is their kind of attempt at getting a Hazy Jane style beer onto the Perfect Draft. If that's the case, it should be a belter, right? 4.5% is a little bit low, I think, for an IPA, but let's hope, that juiciness of that will be good. Let's hope it kind of rivals the Cali, for example, which, Tiny Rebel Beer's hard to get at the moment, which is, a shame because they're beauties. So let's hope that works well, right? So hope that's out soon. I will be reviewing if it is. I am going to try and get hold of the Left Blanc thing, the white beer, yeah? I've come round a bit to white beers, so we'll hopefully be trying that soon. So please do give us a like on this video, always appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see those future reviews of those kegs. But for now, people, whatever you're doing this weekend, have an absolute beauty. Have a belter, enjoy, have a few beers with a few mates. Cheers, Perfect Drafters. Have a good one. Cheers.